Hi everyone, Danelle here, owner of Bikram Yoga, Fremont Street, and I am so glad you are here. My goal is to inspire you so that you know you are capable of so much more than you think, and also to share my thoughts and my perspectives as to why Bikram Yoga can give you lasting quality of life for the rest of your life. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then please listen to this video and my other videos on my channel. These videos are from my 23 years plus experience of practicing, teaching, and then finally studio ownership. And the thing is I have talked to so many people over the years and have had countless conversations. And unfortunately, I find that there are so many common ideas and perspectives that keep people from practicing Bikram yoga. And I just don't want that. And my hope is that these videos help you to find your way into a studio and to start living your life to the fullest as you're intended to. So today's topic is going to be the heat. This is a good one. Everybody has something to say about the heat, and I have heard it all. But most people tell me that it's as simple as they just don't like the heat and they can't do the heat because they don't like saunas. And this is probably one of the biggest reasons why most people don't even come to practice. But guess what? For those that do come, and especially those that practice regularly, this is true for them as well. It is one of their favorite parts of the practice, and myself included. So it does take time, but you learn to love it. I've also talked to people that tell me that their doctors have told them not to practice. And I'm like, what? And my response is always pretty much the same. Why? What is the reason the doctor tells you not to practice? So, what I hear is the doctor explains to them that it's dangerous to raise your core temperature. Well, I couldn't agree more. It is. It is not good to raise your core temperature. However, from my experience, this yoga practice does not raise your core temperature. So, let me explain this though. But first of all, let's think about a sauna. So most people can only stay in a sauna about 15 to 20 minutes because saunas raise your core temperature. And after 20 minutes, they have to leave. And if you think about that 20 minutes and then you imagine yourself in a 90-minute yoga class, I can see how that would seem really insane, right? But the thing is that a sauna is heated to 185 degrees. That is 80 degrees more than what we heat our room. And in a sauna, there are no windows, no doors, meaning there's no airflow. And without airflow, your core temperature is quickly going to get elevated. And after 20 minutes, you do need to leave the sauna. And the same is true for a hot tub. But the thing about a hot tub is the temperature is closer in degrees to what we heat our room. The difference is in a hot tub, your body is under the water and there's no way for your body to cool itself. So, again, your core temperature is going to become elevated. And again, after 20 minutes, you've got to get out of the hot tub. But in our yoga room, we only heat the room to 105 degrees and we have tons of airflow. And this is important because the airflow, along with the sweat that's on your skin, helps the sweat evaporate off your skin surface. And this is the way that it keeps your body cool. This is going to regulate your core temperature and support your homeostasis. So we want that sweat to be on our skin and we want the airflow. The only thing is I do see a lot of people that like to wipe the sweat off. So they wipe it off their face, they wipe it off their arms, their legs, their whole body. I understand, especially when you're new to the practice, it can feel very bothersome to have the sweat on your skin, but this is only going to stop that process of cooling your body down. So it's really important that the sweat stays on your skin. This is what's going to help keep you cool. And after time, you're going to get so used to the sweat, you're not even going to notice it anymore. So set yourself up for success. And next time you're in a Bikram class, try not to wipe the sweat off your skin. And the other thing is you might think about skipping leggings because I do see a lot of people wear leggings and there are cute leggings out there. I totally get it. But if you are new, the more clothing is going to have less sweat on your skin. So it is going to make it feel hotter. Okay, but now to the question, does our practice in the hot room raise your core temperature? Well, let me share my story with you of when I practiced while I was pregnant with my son. I knew for sure I wanted to keep practicing, and I did. I actually practiced the whole time up until the day that he was born. Yep, I practiced on Thursday morning, and then on Friday morning by 1 o'clock, he was born. And the thing is, it's very important when you're pregnant not to raise your core temperature. I mean, for anybody, it's not good, but especially for the baby. And this is why when you're pregnant, you don't go in hot tubs and you don't go in saunas. And I knew this. So I really wanted to be cautious and smart. But deep down, I knew that this was going to be okay. I knew this didn't raise our core temperatures. But other people were worried for me, and I understand. So I thought, why not bring a thermometer into class and be sure? So that's what I did. So I took a thermometer into class and I took my temperature every day and at various times of my practice. And especially if I was feeling tired or if I was feeling overheated, I definitely checked it then. And I found that even when I was feeling overheated, and I thought for sure, okay, my core temperature is going to be elevated now. Guess what? The majority of the time it was normal, 98.6. Sometimes it got up to like 98.9, 98.8. And a few times it did get to 99.0, but that was the highest. And mostly it was normal at 98.6. So I found from my own experience and my own practice and my own calculations, my core temperature did not get elevated. And now my son, he loves it and he loves to come practice with us. And he's a teenager now. So it's really amazing. Your core temperature does not get elevated. So besides the core temperature being normal, what are some of the other benefits of practicing in the heat? Well, one is that the heat warms up our muscles and makes them more elastic. And this is going to make it less likely to injure yourself. If you think about it like a piece of metal, and if you were to make this metal into this beautiful piece of artwork, you're going to need to heat it up first, right? So think about our bodies are like the metal, and these postures realign our bodies and reshape our bodies. So we need to heat them up first. And I have seen so many people with improvements. I've seen people with bow-legged, very severe bow legs, straighten out their legs. And I've seen people stand taller and roll back their rounded shoulders. And another amazing thing is I've seen so many people with varying degrees of scoliosis. They significantly reduce the degree of their curves. So this is no joke. I've seen the proof. I've seen the pictures. Many students tell me about it. I've seen the before and after pictures because being in this position as long as I've been in, I have the privilege and the honor of seeing all this and witnessing all of it. And it continues to inspire me. And so this is what makes me want to share it with you all and know that you can do this. So other things are the heat has a positive effect on our nervous system. So it makes it easier for the signals to travel up to the brain. And this is going to help with coordination. So we actually do the postures better when we're in the heat. And also sweating is so good for detoxing. So when we stretch and compress the way that we do in these postures from head to toe, inside out, every muscle, organ, gland, tissue, cell in the body gets stretched and compressed. It releases toxins. And by sweating, it helps to speed up the process of detoxing. And it's so good for our skin, which is the largest organ. And plus, after yoga, you get this beautiful, amazing yoga glow, and it literally takes 10 years off your skin. But the key is to remember that while the heat is so good for us and it's safe, it is very important that you take good care of yourself in the process. And what does that mean? It means drink plenty of water. But not only water, replace your electrolytes because we don't only lose water, we also lose important electrolytes and minerals. And these minerals play vital roles in things like muscle fatigue, muscle contraction, also dizziness, nausea, weakness, and even shortness of breath can be caused by lack of electrolytes, believe it or not. And being dehydrated, you can retain water, and you wouldn't think that also. So there are so many things that a lack of electrolytes can lead to. So it's really important to make sure that you replace them and find a product that you like and drink plenty of water. And just keep in mind that the more you practice, your body is going to change. And what worked for you one year may not work for you another year. So always stay curious about your body, learn to listen to your body. And when something's not working, try something else and just always really explore, always, always. Okay, so I hope this helps. And if you know anybody that maybe is hesitant to come into the room because they worry about the heat or they think that they're not going to be able to do it, I hope this sheds some light on that. And so please send this video to them and hope it will help them too. And be sure to check out the other videos I have on my channel. I address all topics, various things that have come up along the way of my journey, a whole range of things. And again, my goal and my wish is just for everyone to be living their life to the fullest. We all deserve this. We all deserve to have a high quality of life for the rest of our life. And this yoga can do that for us. So take care.